Imagine for a moment that every hastily given yes, every commitment accepted without thought, is not just a mark on your calendar, but an invisible chain binding you, limiting your freedom, your energy, even your essence. What if I told you that each of these yeses is, in fact, a no to yourself, to your peace, your time, and to living authentically on your own terms? In a world that applauds constant busyness and demands our incessant attention, ancient Stoic wisdom emerges as a beacon of light, offering us a transformative perspective on the power and importance of saying no. Get ready to embark on a journey of personal discovery where you'll learn to set boundaries not as barriers, but as bridges to a fuller, more authentic life. Subscribe and join us on this path to true freedom, where each consciously chosen no brings you one step closer to yourself. Now imagine freeing yourself from those chains one by one, with every no uttered from the depths of your authentic being. Ready to discover how? Section 1. The importance of setting boundaries. In everyday life, we constantly face a barrage of demands and requests, from work commitments to family and social responsibilities. Often, without realizing it, we fall into the trap of saying yes to everything, driven by the desire to be seen as cooperative, competent, or simply out of fear of disappointing others. But have you ever stopped to think about the true cost of this apparent act of generosity? Every yes we utter thoughtlessly is essentially a no to ourselves, to our time, our peace of mind, and ultimately, our authenticity. This pattern of behavior not only steers us away from our true priorities, but also erodes our energy and enthusiasm, leaving us exhausted and paradoxically unable to give our best in what truly matters. Stoic philosophy, with its profound focus on self-awareness and control over our own actions, offers us valuable insight into this dilemma. The Stoics, with their timeless wisdom, remind us of the importance of knowing and respecting our own limits. They teach us that true courage and true strength lie not in the ability to take on every burden presented to us, but in the wisdom to discern when and how to say no. Consider for a moment the liberation and relief you would feel unloading the burden of others' expectations, allowing you to focus on your true passions and obligations. Imagine the tranquility of having space to breathe, to live according to your own values and aspirations. Saying no is not an act of rejection, but a powerful affirmation of your priorities and your right to manage your own time and energy. This simple act of setting boundaries not only protects you from burnout, but also fosters mutual respect and understanding in your relationships by clearly and honestly communicating your capabilities and limits. So I invite you to reflect. The next time you find yourself tempted to say yes out of habit or obligation, pause. Consider whether this request resonates with your core values, whether it contributes to your well-being and long-term goals. Remember that you have the power and the right to choose, and that in that power lies your true freedom. By embracing the Stoic wisdom of knowing and respecting our limits, we not only free ourselves from the chains of unwanted obligation, but also open ourselves to a life of greater purpose, clarity, and ultimately deeper satisfaction. And so, step by step, with each consciously chosen no, we come a little closer to the authenticity and inner peace we all seek. Section 2. Stoic wisdom on saying no. Stoic wisdom, with its deep roots in reflection and self-discipline, offers an enriching perspective on the importance of saying no and establishing personal boundaries. The Stoics teach us that the power over our lives resides not in external circumstances, but in our ability to choose our responses to these circumstances. This teaching is fundamental when facing daily decisions about where to dedicate our time and energy. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus emphasized the importance of focusing on what is within our control. Our actions, decisions, and most importantly, our yes and no are under our dominion. By choosing to say no, we are exercising our personal power to focus on what we truly value and control. This philosophy encourages us to reflect on our priorities and values before committing to new tasks or responsibilities. The key Stoic question we could ask ourselves is this commitment aligned with my core values, and will it contribute to my well-being and personal growth? If the answer is negative, then saying no becomes an affirmation of our values and an exercise of our freedom and self-discipline. The concept of ataraxia, a state of undisturbed serenity, is central to Stoicism and is achieved by maintaining a balance between our desires and our actions. By avoiding commitments that take us away from this balance, we preserve our internal tranquility. Saying no then becomes a crucial tool for maintaining our inner peace and avoiding the scattering of our attention and energy on matters that do not contribute to our emotional and mental balance. The Stoics also remind us of the importance of authenticity. Living a life that is true to oneself requires the courage to reject that which does not resonate with our authentic self. By saying no to external demands that do not align with our path and purpose, we are not only practicing Stoic wisdom, but also strengthening our personal integrity. In summary, Stoic wisdom on saying no focuses on exercising our internal control, aligning our actions with our values, preserving our serenity, and living authentically. By applying these principles, we can navigate the demands of life with greater clarity and purpose, ensuring that every yes we give is a true reflection of what we value and wish to cultivate in our lives. Section 3. Practical strategies for saying no. Mastering the art of saying no is a crucial skill for preserving our energy, time, and well-being. However, we often find ourselves in situations where rejecting a request or invitation can seem overwhelming, either out of fear of offending or anxiety about missing out on opportunities. This is where practical strategies inspired by Stoic wisdom and modern communication techniques can help us establish healthy boundaries effectively and compassionately. Firstly, it is essential to recognize the value of your time and energy as limited resources. Before automatically responding with a yes, take a pause to evaluate how this commitment would affect your personal and professional balance. Remember, every yes to something that doesn't resonate with you is a no to your own priorities and needs. An effective technique is that of assertive but respectful no. Instead of a direct refusal, which might seem abrupt or insensitive, try offering a response that briefly explains your reasons without going into excessive details that invite negotiation. For example, you can say, "I appreciate that you have considered me for this project, but at the moment, my focus is on other priorities that require all my attention." Another strategy is to propose alternatives. If you cannot or do not want to accept a request, consider offering other solutions. For example, "I cannot commit to this project right now, but I know someone who might be interested and qualified. Would you like me to put you in touch?" Anticipation is also a powerful tool. If you know you will be in situations where it will be difficult to say no, prepare your responses in advance. Having a set of predetermined responses can help you handle the situation with more confidence and calmness. It is also important to practice self-affirmation. Affirming your own rights and needs in your internal dialogue will strengthen your ability to set external boundaries. Remind yourself that you have the right to prioritize your time and well-being, and that saying no is an expression of respect for yourself. Lastly, but not least, practice kindness with yourself. Saying no can be accompanied by feelings of guilt or fear. Acknowledge these feelings, but remind yourself that you are making decisions in line with your values and current capabilities. In summary, saying no is an essential skill that can be developed with practice and reflection. By applying these strategies, you will not only protect your time and energy, but also foster more authentic and respectful relationships, both with yourself and others. Remember, respecting your own boundaries is the first step toward a balanced and fulfilling life. Section 4. Benefits of establishing boundaries. When embarking on the journey of establishing personal boundaries, we go beyond the mere action of saying no. We delve into a process of transformation, where each boundary we set brings us one step closer to our essence and purpose. But what are the tangible fruits of this process? How does our life change by integrating this Stoic practice into our daily lives? Firstly, by establishing clear boundaries, we regain control over our time and energy, the most precious resources we possess. This act of self-affirmation allows us to dedicate ourselves to what truly excites and energizes us instead of dissipating ourselves in commitments that drain our vitality and dilute our focus. Furthermore, by communicating our boundaries firmly and respectfully, we foster healthier and more authentic relationships. Others learn to respect our space and value our time, and we, in turn, learn to respect and value theirs. This exchange of mutual respect strengthens bonds, creating an environment of understanding and support. The practice of setting boundaries also teaches us about the importance of self-listening and self-awareness. By making conscious decisions about what to accept and what to reject, we become more attuned to our internal needs, desires, and values. This fine-tuning with our inner selves not only enriches our life experience, but also guides us towards decisions more aligned with our authentic being. Another significant benefit is the increase in self-esteem and self-confidence. By honoring our boundaries, we send ourselves the message that we deserve respect, that our needs and desires are valid. This act of self-respect nourishes our self-esteem, strengthening our ability to face challenges and pursue our goals with determination. Finally, setting clear boundaries frees us from overload and exhaustion, allowing us to enjoy a higher quality of life. With more time and energy for ourselves, we can explore new passions, engage in hobbies, take care of our health, and nurture our personal relationships. This balance between giving and receiving, acting and resting, is essential for a fulfilling and satisfying life. In summary, the benefits of setting boundaries go far beyond simply refusing certain requests. It is a practice that empowers us, improves our relationships, sharpens our self-awareness, boosts our self-esteem, and enriches our life experience. Through this act of conscious balance, we not only honor others and ourselves, but also weave the fabric of a truly lived life, one marked by depth, fullness, and purpose. This journey involves Stoic teachings and their applicability in our personal transformation. We hope you take with you not only knowledge, but also practices that enrich your daily life. The lessons of Stoic philosophy remind us of the importance of living according to our values, facing adversity with strength, and finding serenity in accepting what we cannot change. Now we invite you to carry these teachings with you, to apply them in your own experiences, and to share this path of growth with those around you. Remember, Stoic wisdom is not only to be understood, but to be lived. If this journey has resonated with you, and you wish to continue exploring how ancient philosophies can illuminate your path in the modern world, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. Here, together, we will continue discovering and applying the principles that guide us towards a fuller and more conscious life. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Stoic wisdom and its transformative power. Subscribe, share, and be part of our community in pursuit of a life with greater purpose, serenity, and happiness. Until next time. In summary, the benefits of setting boundaries go far beyond simply refusing certain requests. It is a practice that empowers us, improves our relationships, sharpens our self-awareness, boosts our self-esteem, and enriches our life experience. Through this act of conscious balance, we not only honor others and ourselves, but also weave the fabric of a truly lived life, one marked by depth, fullness, and purpose.